And we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 50, plant. Get that quarterback at all costs.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in. 80 weapons. Fair. Hey, just get it.
Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 49 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Hey, keep it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Tighten up. 80 weapons.
They go play action with Jackson. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. It's caught by Davis. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. They will find Davis. That's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Coleman. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. This one complete to Coleman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Okay? Chill. Check 3. Check 3.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Check safety.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
We go! 60 Pittsburgh.
The South, baby.
Yep.
Check 99.
Sure, go.
On 2nd down, Mixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Watch the
Hey, lock it. Ready?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Mixon trying to punch it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
218, chop it. Come. Look at me. Go. Nice.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well,
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
and what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, That means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Flushed out right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, here we go.
On second down now. It's Coleman looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Ready. 60 on. 57. West. Here I come. Mike's 57. 57.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brown. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, get it.
2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Switch.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Come on. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Jam.
On second down, it's Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. This is Coleman with a grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check. Joker. Watch twist. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
36.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Switch it. Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Matchbox lights. 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Alpha. 59. Ricky. Check 43. Go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Jackson now. He's going to float this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
You better be afraid of me.
Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few.
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! Mark Ingram taking it in. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
On the ready.
Got you, boy.
Hey, wahoo!
Check, 59. Man, I got you. Mike 59.
Now back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back to Mixon on first down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Check, 59. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 59. I got you, son. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
I smell fear in that offense.
Check three.
Hey, Wood.
Mike 5'9. Squeeze, double. He's coming. We got double up.
Fine.
On first down, Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On second down, Mixon. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
Tryna go big, better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Sad about it. Don't be sad about it.